Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live session with me, Life Coach Cherry Minas. And as you know, I am a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A. And as a Master Builder Apprentice, I build tribe. I am a tribe leader, and I will help you make your unstoppable dream come true. So I am actually the creator and founder of the Delta Effects community. And in this sharing, I'm going to be sharing with you in this session. I'm going to be sharing with you part of my journey. And today is about the lessons that turn into blessings. You know what? When we are in that hardship and when we are consumed in our problems, we think that we are doomed. We think that we hate our lives. We think that we are unfortunate. But when we push through and we don't quit, when we move forward, even if it's hard, we'll see and we'll look back and say, ah, that's what it is. It's actually a blessing, it's a lesson. It's just that sometimes we don't appreciate it, we don't see it. But in my life, in my journey, I have seen that the hardships that I have experienced, the wrong turns were actually a blessing, and I have lessons to learn from them. And it's not just that, but it is actually what I should experience. So if I have not actually accepted things that happened to me in the past, if it did not happen, then I wouldn't be here. There's no other way for me to come here to be in front of you but to actually go through what I have gone through. Maybe it's hard. Yes, it was painful, but that is a part of me. My past is part of me. My past is part of who I have become today. So, what is important is I am here in front of you and I'm going to be sharing with you the lessons that I've learned so that you may learn from it. And I want you to be looking at your own life and see what are the things that happened in the past that maybe I thought and still now is affecting you and dragging you down. But actually, when you appreciate it, they were blessings. When you take the lesson, they are blessings. Because sometimes we don't take the lesson, we just hate it. We just hate that it happened. But when you see it and you appreciate it, you acknowledge it, they can actually become your stepping stone for you to become a better person. So I have here 10 lessons that I've learned from my journey. And let's start with number one. So number one is that if God, if God, God, however, has allowed you to come here on earth, is really your way through. What do I mean by that? So God, you may be born in a farm, you may be born in a parents you did not like, you may be born in an area you did not like, you may be born in in an affluent family, you may be born in a poor family, you may be born in the Philippines, you may be born in the US, you may have you may be a Caucasian, you may be an Asian, but whatever it is that you came here, I mean, whatever it is that is the things that made you, your parents, whatever it is, it's not your choosing. God chose you. God chose you to become a woman. God chose you to become a man. God chose you to come in here with the color of your hair and everything about you. Because sometimes we hate that. Why is it that I wasn't able to choose my skin color, my parents? But you know what? If you appreciate that here is the person that God wants me to be, then you can move forward. The second lesson is let go. Yeah, it's kind of hard to let go, and it's going to be a journey, but you can let go. So, what do you let go? Let go of your grudges, let go of the hate. You hating people who have done you wrong will only poison you, actually. Number two lesson, when you hurt people because you have been hurt, when you retaliate, when um, you need to go back to them, to those people who have done you wrong and do wrong to them, you're only hurting yourself. Yeah, like really, you're only hurting yourself. So, number four is accept your past. So, I've mentioned that accept your past. There is no other way that you come here but your past. So, it's a part of who you can become. Your part is part of your foundation and you cannot change it. And it's okay. You just have to accept it and acknowledge it and be proud of it. Number five, you don't find love outside of yourself. Love yourself and all your scars. Self love is your protection. Instead of, shooing the people who love you, love yourself first so that you don't have to please people. Mhm. Love yourself first so that you can show the world how you should be treated. I love that. I actually learned that from Lisa Nichols, who said that show the world, love yourself so much that the world see that, oh, that's how I need to love this person. You know, sometimes we look at other people and when you see a person um who is really confident, you know that they love themselves, that they are okay with themselves. So there. Number six would be you'll have negative thoughts and wrong mindsets because of your upbringing, because of your perception of how you see things. But be patient. Be patient with yourself. Acknowledge where you are now, recognize the things that you are doing now, and know that you can resolve to change. So that is our number six lesson. And our number seven lesson is people may have hurt you, but also the things that had hurt you made you stronger. So I believe that. I believe that I became stronger because people have hurt me. So I came out from that victorious. And number eight is uh, God plans you to be alive, to live beautifully, and live your life in abundance. Um, I really know that I deserve something more. So maybe you were born from a poor family or from a middle class family, but if you really work on yourself and you really want to help people, then you can live in abundance. You know, when you go to places, that is my dream actually, that when I go to places, someone will accommodate me. Yeah, sometimes I would like to sleep in a hotel, but I would also like to meet people. I would also like to, join them in their dinner, join them in the community. So, yeah, you are called to live in abundance. When you go to some places and people will invite you, come to our house, come visit us. That for me is abundance. That for me is abundance. Abundance of whatever you need, it will be provided. And when you learn that your path, when you are in your path, when you are in your lane, because sometimes we follow others, we go to their lane, but that is not our mission. That is not our purpose. If we stay on our lane, and if we follow God and if we do our mission and we do our purpose, God will provide. And that for me is abundance. You don't have to worry because He will provide. Again, God's will, God's bill. He will provide. And our last lesson here is people who people who hurt you must have been hurt in the past. And I believe that. Even you can see that in the family. So if your parents have been hurt in the past, the way they were treated and how they perceive the way they were treated let's say they felt that they were an outcast in their own family, then that's usually, if they don't learn, if they don't have personal development, then that's how they're going to actually treat you. And you see that. Yun yung sinasabi nating namamana. So, that's why I said this, because when you look at other people with compassion, when you look at the people who have hurt you, that they have been hurt, and that's why they are reacting like that, you'll be more forgiving, and you will have the heart to want to help them. And again, you don't force yourself to them. The people must be willing to be helped. And that's how you can help these people. But remember that people who have hurt you may have been hurt in the past. So there. And the last thing that I've learned is, because I said it's 10, that's just number 9. And the 10th is, always go back to the Creator. Because I would always remember the prodigal son. If you believe that you are a son of God, if you are a child of God, you're a daughter of God, then you know that you deserve the best. God is the owner of all these things. And if He's the owner of all these things, then why not go back to Him? Because our home is more comfortable than us running away. If you remember the prodigal son, winaldas niya yung pera ng ama niya, yung mana niya, and he he was not a good son really, and he at at, at the end, he became poor, but he mustered the courage to go back to his father, though he's so embarrassed. And you know what happened? That the father accepted him. The father saw him from afar, but the father ran towards him to welcome him. And he's so glad that he came back. And I hope you do that. If you are one person who had been running away from God, you have distanced yourself from God, then come back, go back to Him. And that is the lesson and the third to blessing for me. So there are the lessons that I've learned through my journey of leap transformation. So thank you so much for being with me. Again, if you are resonating with any points here, join me inside the Delta FX community. Answer the questions so that I can let you in. Thank you so much. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another of this, uh, another thing about my journey to leap transformation. Thank you, and bye bye.